All right, for the wall T-spine mobilization, what we're gonna need is a wall, and I highly recommend using a knee pad if you're working with a harder surface. And then the other thing we'll need, preferably, is going to be a yoga block, but we can really use anything in its place. Even a roll of paper towels can work. All we need the block to do is it's just a tactile cue that we're using to push our front knee into the wall. So again, if all I have is a roll of paper towels or really anything that can mimic what this is doing right here, that perfectly works. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna kneel on the leg that is closest to the wall. My shoulder and side is gonna be up against that wall. And then again, I'm gonna use that yoga block on its widest setting to squeeze into that wall. That's gonna help keep my pelvis square throughout this whole range of motion. Arms are gonna extend out at shoulder level, and then I keep my outside arm straight as I reach all the way open, trying to twist as deep as I can, touching to the wall behind me if possible, and then bringing it right back to that starting position. Obviously, what we're working on here is our ability to rotate our rib cage on top of our pelvis. A lot of us tend to struggle with this one. So if you're not able to touch the wall behind you, I want you to take a visual note of how far back your hand can get, so I can look at where my hand lines up with this air bike, and each repetition, I can try to coax myself into going a little bit deeper into that twist each and every repetition. Something that really helps you twist a lot deeper is I want to take a big deep inhale at the top. And then as I twist, I want to exhale that air out of my lungs, and I can almost think that I'm wringing a towel out, and instead of water coming out, I'm wringing the air out of my lungs. So if my lungs are empty, I can actually twist a whole lot deeper compared to if I'm fully inflated with air, I can't really twist until I let go of that big breath of air. Now, if you feel pretty strong and pretty confident with this, what you can do to make these a little bit tougher is you're gonna grab a really light band. It doesn't have to be all that heavy at all. And what you're gonna do is grab, like you're gonna do a banded pull apart, start the same exact way, and then what will happen is as I start to go into that twist, I'll get some banded resistance. So rather than just kind of lollygagging and touching the wall, now I have to squeeze against a band to try and twist a little bit harder with some resistance. As I've been doing all of these demonstrations, you'll notice that this block has not dropped from my knee. What you'll feel if you're losing that connection is the block will drop to the floor. So please make sure that you're keeping that squeezed against the wall and just go as far as you can without losing that contact of the block or your paper towel roll.